This is something I've been wanting to talk about, but I guess kind of been a little hesitant. But my experience with Kundalini yoga, I guess you could say, I've done some research and some actual, I guess, lessons in Kundalini yoga. I have some instructors, if you're interested, that I can recommend. They have great distance programs if you're interested in learning more about this. But anyway, I started meditation while I was in the military. I'm a disabled veteran, go Navy. I was diagnosed with benign essential tremor, and I would shake, and people thought I was coming down with early onset Parkinson's disease. None of the medication that I was taking would work at all. So as I started to get processed out because nothing was working for me, they had me see a therapist, and this guy was pretty awesome. Anyway, we started talking about meditation, and I just started reading up on it and doing it. I started meditating on my own, and I was doing visualization things and no guided stuff, counting breaths, everything. I'll jump 5 months from the time I got out. So where I got out in kind of end of winter, early spring, I'll jump to kind of the end of the summer. I'm visiting my mom down in Atlanta, and just, little simple seated meditation, and it felt like my entire brain just lit up, like a current shot up my back into my brain, and it literally felt like a flower opening just at the top, at my crown. And I've never had any lessons or no teacher. I'm doing this stuff on my own. I don't know if I jumped up or not, because this is 5 years ago, almost 5 years to the date. Actually, it's pretty cool. But I got up and I got in the bed, and I remember feeling this intense sense of gratitude. Like I wanted to cry, like tears of joy. And I've never, people think I'm a sensitive guy, but I don't cry. I don't know, maybe it's freaking past trauma. That was one of the few times in my life where I really just wanted to release everything. The crazy stuff started happening after that, because I fell asleep, and for the next 2 weeks, it was weird. I felt connected to everything. I was telling, I've only shared this with a few of my closest friends, so now you're all my closest friends if you see this video, I guess, because I've been not wanting to talk about this, and now that I have this channel, these are the things that we talk about, in addition to just, the kettlebell workouts and kung fu stuff. But anyway, where was I going? Oh yeah, I felt just this weird connection to everything. I remember I could be in a room and someone else could come in the room, and I'm not trying to get woo on everybody, but I could actually sense them. And it, maybe I don't know, some people get into this and they want to develop a psychic power. I don't want to say I had a psychic power. I prefer to say that, maybe it was some type of ESP thing. Like I could feel things outside of me. I remember going to the mall with my mom. We were at Gwinnett Mall, if you were familiar with Norcross, Gwinnett County, outside Atlanta. And people would be walking through the mall, and I could feel them like brushing by me, like they were actually like running into me, even though they could be 10 feet away. So it's like my senses had expanded beyond my physical body. And as cool as it kind of sounds, it got annoying. Like I didn't want to be around people because it felt like people were touching me like all the time. And I started getting paranoid. Like I just wanted to stay home and not go around people. I came home, got back to Nashville. I was practicing with the Nashville Tai Chi Club, and we were all beginning Tai Chi. Most everyone in the class pretty much was a beginner, and we're doing push hands and, you know, all kinds of freestyle push hands. Well, the little bit that we knew, and since I could feel things going on, I could actually like feel someone's intent. If this guy is gonna go this way, or if he's gonna try to lift, or he's gonna try to push, I could feel him and start to neutralize before he even, you know. So that was pretty cool. If you're a jiu-jitsu guy, this is really, you know, what I'm after with my training, and what I'm trying to get across is that if this is an advantage you have, you know, being able to sense what somebody's going to do to you. If you're a combat sport athlete, that's where the traditional martial arts can help you, or just in life in general, you know. But getting back to this, I started practicing with my teacher, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm an X-Man. I can, you know, and that's where ego starts to take over. And what would happen is I'm starting to try to neutralize what Brian is doing, and my teacher Brian at the time, he's just, you know, it's like he's going this way, and then he changed before I can change. In Ely Chin, there's a saying, change with the change. Well, what if you change and the change changes and you can't change it, so you're stuck? And, you know, I'm not present. And that's the thing, is he said you're anticipating, and anticipation, if you're anticipating, you're not present, because you're looking into the future, you're speculating. So having this psychic power really wasn't all that cool, because one, you know, when I'm going out in public, well, first I didn't want to go anywhere because I'm fucking paranoid, because it feels like everybody's touching me like all the time, even though and I'm looking at people like, don't touch me, don't come over here, dude, fuck you, don't come near me. And, you know, all I want to do is just stay home and meditate or whatever. And then when I go to my kung fu classes, you know, I don't know after a while I start second guessing myself, like, is this what they're actually gonna do, or is this what I think they're gonna do, you know? So it lasted for about 2 weeks, and then it went away, and I haven't had that experience since. If you're into all of this kind of thing, and you've read the Magus of Java by Costa Danaos, or I can't think of what his real name is and his pen name, but you can look the book up. You know, the Mopai guy. Costa did an interview last year or 2 years ago, and, you know, after, you know, years later after this experience, and someone asked him, you know, about Neigong and this kind of thing, and he says Neigong is like steroids, and all of this stuff, it's like steroids. Like it can make you really freaking good at whatever it is that you're trying to do, or it can mess you up if you abuse it, or you use it improperly, or you're just doing it and not doing anything with it. But I wanted to talk on my experience. If you want to hear more on this kind of thing, over time I will talk more about this. I'll try to make the videos shorter, because this is, you know, Kung Fu, Kettlebells, and Zen, or if you're on our Twitter page, it's Kettlebells, Martial Arts, and Meditation. So the Zen was just a catchphrase. It's not, you know, there's no meditative tradition that I stick to. My teacher calls it open awareness is what we do. So that's what I do. And, you know, if it's something I know, I'll talk about it. If it's something I don't know about, I'll tell you, dude, I don't know anything about this. I'm just putting it out there and seeing who receives it. So anyway, you know, I hope this wasn't too weird. This is just my experience. take whatever you can from it. I think everyone should meditate. It's going to be part of my programs moving forward. And like I said, what I do is not for everyone. You can try it. You don't have to. And in the end, hey, you do whatever you want to do. And that's all I got. Y'all be easy.